my name is Sarah and I am a presenter with Younique Cosmetics, and I have a few parties going right now, and I just posted one of our slides that I use in my parties that focuses on our 4 must-have pigment colors, our eye pigment colors. And so I just wanted to do a really quick video tutorial to show you how you could apply those 4 pigment colors so you can see exactly what it looks like on. It's a nice neutral palette, really flexible. There's actually a few ways to do it, so I'm going to show you one, but if you wanted some others, you could message me and I could certainly show you. So all I have on right now is my fabulous BB cream, that's all. And I did put my primer on too. I definitely recommend the primer. I love the primer. It makes the application easier, and it just gives these pigments a ton of staying power. You can't sweat them off, you can't swim them off. If you use the primer, they're really going to stay all day long. So highly recommend our primer. And this stuff is really great. It's great for your skin. Someone had posted in the party that they're wearing CoverGirl foundation. I think that is made with water and food coloring. So if you want to try something that has really nice coverage and is really, really good for your skin, I highly recommend this BB cream. I actually don't wear moisturizer in the morning now. I just do my cleanser, my rose water, and then my BB cream, and it feels so nice on your skin. So check that out. So our 4 must-have colors are Curious, Sexy, Devious, which I'm going to use as a liner, and Confident, which is a nice bright, it's a shimmer pigment, but it's a neutral brown shade. So here is how I would apply these 4 eye pigments for a nice bright but pretty neutral look. So I am going to take my Curious shade here. I'm going to take my brush right into the pigment and just kind of tap on the side and blow it off. If you haven't used loose pigments before, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but I much prefer them to the pressed shadows, which you have to like dig and press into, and then they crack and they're all over the place. I find these are much more easy to use, and you use a lot less of them when they're loose. So I'm just coming under my brow here with the Curious, just to kind of brighten that up. So the Curious is going right underneath the brow line and kind of right above the brow bone, all right? And as you can see it, but it's not like whoosh in your face too much, okay? So then I'm gonna go on to the Sexy shade, which is this nice tan, shimmery, again, bright shade. And I'm going to put that kind of right underneath my Curious here, and come in here underneath my Curious, going from interior to exterior and pulling through here. So, and the nice part is these are real neutral, so you just kind of boop, blend right along that line, and it'll go right in there and look pretty seamless with the Curious, which is good. So I'm coming across on the other side here. And I said before, I do my primer on, which does brighten these up a little bit. All right, so that's that. So I have Curious and Sexy under my brow. So now I'm gonna come in with the Confident. And the nice part about these pigments is you can use a little or you can use more, kind of depending on how bold you wanna go with your look. I am off to teach this morning. I teach fitness classes, I have 2. So I'm gonna go a little lighter with this Confident. Want it to be too dark, so I'm going to come right across my lid here and kind of up into my crease, but again keeping it kind of in a smaller area. All right, right there. I have some friends joining us. Yep, that's Mommy's coffee. We're going to put it. Oh, thank you, buddy. I have a coffee delivery from my 2-year-old. Always a good thing. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. All right, so I've gone Confident on my lid here, and I'm just kind of blending across. Now, one trick that I always tell people, you can blend these shades to make them even kind of less bold, all right? So I am going to take what I used for my very top shade here, which was Curious, and I'm gonna just pat the excess off, and I'm gonna come right across the whole thing. So Curious across the whole thing to kind of just blend it down a little bit. Now, once you come down here, don't go back up here, because you're gonna bring that, you know, darker shade up, so you don't want to do that. You're crying. All right, and I'm gonna come down and do it on the other side, come across with my Curious and over my Confident. Okay, so now I've used 3 of 4 of my must-have shades, all right? And you can certainly see a difference there. So what I'm gonna do is come in with the Devious, which is black, and I'm gonna use it as a liner. Now, I have a whole tutorial about how to do the pigments as a liner, so you can find that right on Fun and Fab's channel. I can't get my lid off here. But I will show you quickly how to mix this up here. It's really not complicated. We are coming out with eyeliners on September 1st, which is very exciting. And there are a couple shades of the eyeliners that I'm going to grab with the new pencil, but I love using the pigments as a liner. It doesn't smudge. You know how if you use liquid liner, you get that like goopy gooper in the corner. These don't move. They stay all day. I'm like, oh look, there's my liner at, you know, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm putting it on now at 7 o'clock in the morning. So this is my rose water. I do this in my cap. It's like my little chemistry lab, okay? So I just take my cap to my pigment, I spritz a little bit, just a little bit of the rose water. Thin flat brush. I'm gonna dip in my rose water, my thin flat brush first, then I'm gonna come into my pigment and just pull it out, and then mix, 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 all right? And you get this kind of like paste. It's my eyeliner paste, and I love it. I am an eyeliner junkie. I have used liquid eyeliner for 20 years, probably. I will never go back to using liquid eyeliner after I've used these pigments. Okay, so I'm gonna come in closer to the mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. So all I'm doing here is coming right across the lash line with this thin, flat brush. And again, this is with the Devious. All right, so liner. And you can see, I like liner, it opens up your eye a little bit. So now I'm gonna go and do the other side because I don't wanna have only one open eye, right? I'd like to have two open eyes. And just gently sweeping across. And as I said in another video, this doesn't have to be perfect. And the reason why is because when you put that 3D mascara on, you are going to like cover up any sins, all right, that you made with your liner. So if it's not perfectly straight, it's okay, all right? It doesn't have to be perfect because you'll be able to really still see it, but the mascara is so thick and it will open up the lash that it's not gonna matter if it's not totally perfect. So that is the must-have eye palette, all right? Pretty neutral, work friendly, but definitely brightens up my eye. If you go back to the beginning of the video, it makes a huge difference. Let me just go ahead for fun and put mascara on one eye so you can see the difference. Oh look, my 2-year-old wants a Rice Krispie treat for breakfast. You can't have that, honey. No. And you too can put your mascara on while your 2-year-old has a tantrum over a Rice Krispie treat. Buddy, do you want to have a banana? Oh dear. Do you want to have an apple? No! Some grapes? No! Oh, I'm not thinking he's wanting any fruit this morning. So now you're getting the real experience of what it's like when Sarah puts her makeup on in the morning with demands from a tiring 2-year-old. Buddy, you're not having a Rice Krispie treat for breakfast. I understand how that could be confusing for a 2-year-old because it does have cereal in it, right? He's probably giving up to go ask his sister, but she knows not to give it to him too. So, gel fibers gel, that's it. All right, I don't go nuts. On days that I have my classes, I don't go over the top. I usually just do my little one full coat and one tipping coat, which I will show you in just a second. So I've come in here, Gel Fibers Gel. Wow, look at that. That non-mascara eye is just sad looking. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. I do the bottom lash. Not everybody does do the bottom lash, but I do. I love this mascara, so I love the bottom lash done. I think it opens up the eye a little bit more. You do have to be really gentle on this bottom lash when you're putting your gel and your fibers on, because otherwise you will end up with black underneath your eye if you're a little too aggressive with it. It's fixable though. I'll come in with a makeup sponge and a little bit of foundation and just kind of wipe up underneath that lash if I need to. I'm definitely not a makeup artist, and precision is not my strong suit. What's the matter, buddy? I'm almost done, okay? So that's my bottom lash. And then I will just come in here and just do this tipping coat like I told you. So just half the lash and up. Back with the transplanting gel, I do the full. You want grapes? Okay. All right, so here's my tipping coat. Oh, for breakfast, yeah. Okay, and then I will seal again. You have to always seal after you do fibers. This is my life. All right, so. Yes, buddy. So that's my done lash versus my not done lash. You can see I'm not perfect, but you know what's nice about the primer too? It will just wipe really easily if you do make boo-boos underneath your eye, which I do every single day without fail, make boo-boos underneath my eye. But you can just kind of wipe them to the side like I just did. So that's one done lash, not done lash, and my must-have Younique eye palette, and I will go back and do blush and lip gloss, and I'll post a finished shot too. Have a great day, guys.